Fellas, we got a pretty big contract in AEW coming up here very soon, within the next month or two, actually. It's Saraya. Now, she's been in AEW for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Before we talk about the contract, I want to know how y'all think her performance has been so far in AEW. Let's go ahead and start with my boy, the WWE representative, Just Brian.
Yes, sir, man. But listen, bro. Saraya had probably the worst reign in women's championship history over on AEW. I mean, she defended that title, once? And she lost the first time she defended it? I mean, I think it might have been, actually, she might have lost it on the second defense. But I think she wrestled maybe twice during that championship run. She held the title for about a month. And it just hasn't been a good run. I was at Full Gear that year for her first match back. And that was pretty dope to be at. But aside from that, though, bro, I mean, it just her run just hasn't hit, bro. I mean, it wasn't the hype that I guess people thought. They didn't get WWE Page or anything like that. It was more just regular old Saraya, bro. It just ain't hit. I don't know. I'm not trying to sound so negative, but it didn't have any substance to it. They gave her the title, and it was more like a feel good story, and they never did anything with her. So it just is, kind of surprising that that's where it was. And I heard that she did have some pains and stuff, some injuries that were causing her not to be able to wrestle as much. So when we heard that around the time that she had the title, why even put the title and put her in that position anyway? So just my 2 cents. Don't think it was a good run. I don't know if she goes to WWE, but definitely wasn't a good AEW run.
Well, just to respond to that before we get to Mr. Valentine, I just don't know what happened, because I feel like when she first came in, she was excited, like, I'm going to be able to wrestle again. They wouldn't let me wrestle in WWE, and they kind of put her in some good spots. They put the championship belt on her, but as you stated, she dropped it very quick. And it seems like after that, she barely even had matches on TV. So I don't know what happened, if it was something that went on with injury or if Tony Khan just wasn't happy with her performance. But something had to happen to make them be so hot on her and just cool her all the way down so quick. I just really don't get it. She was a big star for them, but something happened and they just didn't end up utilizing her. Now, there was something where she came out before with that tweet saying, I've been quiet for long enough, and now I'm about to start speaking my mind. And then we heard nothing else about that. So I think there's definitely something going on. There's more here to this story than we know about. But Kiddo, how do you think her run was in AEW?
Well, same as you guys. I feel the same. Like, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. And I think, although there is some, blame to be had on her, it's very little. I feel like AEW and the booking is what messed her up. Because I remember her first match ever in AEW being really, really underwhelming. Like, she clearly couldn't go in the ring. She had the ring rust, like, very clearly showing. She was really, really slow, even performing her signature moves. And that's clear ring rust. So that's immediately gonna make me question, AEW, what are you doing? Make sure she's ready before you show her to the entire world. She's only gonna have this returning match once in her life. Like, this is a big moment. Don't worry about it. You don't have to build her up. She's Saraya anyways. Everybody knows her. Just make sure that she can go and then let her, do a good match. After that, I feel like the only reason why she was in All In is because she's British. That's it. It's like, it'd be like back in the Vince McMahon day, or even Triple H days now. Like, you have Shinsuke Nakamura win the title at Japan and make the people in Japan happy, and then just make him lose the title, because I guess the only reason why you keep him around the company is that he's Japanese. It felt the same way with Saraya here. Like, I felt that she has been done injustice. And when I look at Saraya herself, like I said, I kind of blamed her for the ring rust, but that's not even fair. Like, she's gonna have ring rust. Like, what else can you do? I think
injured.
Injured too. With what they've given her, I think she's done her best, because, like, one thing I can say about Saraya is that every time I see her, she seems to have a different look. I don't know. She has a different faction. She's trying, new gimmick, trying to turn face. Like, she's trying to hold, throwing everything to the wall, making sure something sticks. Like, she herself is, I feel like, making a personal effort to try and change things up, shake things up. But AEW just has been inconsistent with her, much like, everybody else that they bring in, or most people that they bring in. I think that's been the biggest problem, to be honest with you. You look at Mercedes Moné, for example. At least they're having her go to a feud and a feud and a feud. Like those feud might not be perfect, but they're giving her something to do. What did they give Saraya to do? Not much. I mean, I don't remember much. Maybe 1 or 2 storylines, and that was it. And I think the last storyline was something big. I don't even remember what it was. It was like a betrayal. Maybe it was with Tony Storm. I felt like nothing she did went anywhere. Whether it was her fault or whether it was AEW's fault, I don't know. But yeah, overall, this was underwhelming. And I don't think it's going to change. It's been years, right? If it was going to change, they would have changed it. I think Saraya herself knows this as well. And Brian or Kenny, I think you said it. September is when it ends. September is literally right around the corner. You look at what they did with CM Punk, man. They caught him midair, come back to the WWE. I think they're gonna do the same thing with Paige, especially because she can wrestle. Yeah, I think they're going that route with her.
But can she wrestle, kiddo? Because she came in like right off of the heels of the Divas era. She was just the first girl that was really good. But I don't think she's as good as Charlotte, Becky, Sasha. Like I don't think she's as good as that class was. She's like a step underneath where she's as good as like the AJ Lee's.
Does she need to be?
I think they got to keep her away personally.
Really?
Whoa. You think Triple H doesn't need to grab her, Brian?
I don't think there's another spot for her in WWE, man. Like first off, you got all this young talent that you're working on in NXT. You got Roxanne, who they're clearly working on. Lola Vice is somebody that they clearly have just a high mind on. Like there's just many wrestlers that they're already working on. Lash Legend, Jakara Jackson. I mean, I can go on and on. I just don't see a spot.
The Lions.
But yeah, I mean, I just don't see it, man. Personally, I just don't see the need for it.
Brian, it didn't work with Zoe Stark and Trish Stratus, but you could bring Paige and kind of have a younger wrestler be her student and kind of get some reps, or maybe do a feud that lasts a couple of months. Give somebody the rub.
Y'all gotta remember though, bro. She wasn't even allowed to wrestle in WWE. So what makes y'all think that she can go back there and wrestle now?
If she's cleared, she's cleared.
I mean, AEW cleared her just like they cleared Brian. Brian and Paige would have never, ever wrestled.
Cleared Brian first.
Yeah, but at one point, wasn't he? Actually, you're right. Good point. But yeah,
exactly. See that? Y'all see him with the narratives?
No, I clearly agreed with you, and I let it be.
Okay.
All right. When I'm more referring to Paige. She wasn't cleared, and that's for sure. They had her playing GM. So,
well, no, they did offer her a spot to wrestle, I believe she said. She said they were going to let her wrestle, but she decided to go to AEW.
Yeah, like almost the same as Bryan Danielson, where he also couldn't wrestle for a couple of years. So he was GM. He was anything he could be besides wrestling. Then he got cleared. I mean, Edge had the exact same issue. Again, he couldn't wrestle. They were all coming back.
AJ Styles?
Edge.
No, Edge.
Edge. Word. I thought you said Edge. I said, hold on. When did that happen?
So
put that on my boy. He out here eating his meat.
100%.
Got him jacked up.
So no, I think she's definitely going to WWE and she's gonna wrestle as well. Like I would be super shocked. I'm not expecting 5-star matches from her, but I'm expecting to see her in the ring, man.
Well, they did say she's kind of giving Tony Khan a chance, I guess, to give her the bag because she hasn't decided yet. They said she's negotiating with Tony Khan and she's looking to stay there, but we know WWE is talking to her on the side because they like to do that whole contract tampering thing.
We'll
find out at the last minute.
Yeah, well,
just like what, Brian?
Just like AEW.
Nah, AEW don't do no contract tampering, boy. They do everything by the book, 100%.
Kenny, I'll ask you a question: is Paige or Saraya in AEW Fight Forever?
She is.
I think she is.
No, she's not. Is she? She was at a DLC, right?
She was DLC, my brothers.
You sure? I don't think she was at it.
I'm pretty sure she was DLC, bro. I'm gonna go look at that. I'm pretty sure.
Well, if she returns to the WWE at September, maybe she'll be for free in WWE 2K25. And that's what I care about.
I don't think she was.
Give me a second. Oh, wait. Nah.
She's supposed to be. I remember her.
Not make the game. She did not make
No,
Wow.
everybody was saying she got scanned, and we were expecting her to pop up in a DLC pack, and she did not.
You are
then
absolutely
I can make
right.
my argument, man. Hey, AEW doesn't even put her in the game. Paige,
hey, man,
WWE
they tried.
2K25. Let's go.
You know what? WWE, send her back to WWE. Go ahead and hire back Alberto Del Rio. Put these two as a pair, send them out there, and let them do it up. Let's go.
Oh, my.
No?
Nope.
No, not a good thing? Too soon?
No.
Forget about it.